Alrighty, so we have the new Tower of God rerun collab coming. I did watch a little bit of the live stream this morning. We're not going to go over that, but I'm sure you guys have probably already seen it at this point because everybody else gets to it before me right now. But I'm actually kind of interested in this one. I know a lot of people were like, Tower of God, like who cares? But I don't know. I thought the characters were kind of cool the last time, even though Zahard ended up being really disappointing. They did give the old characters a little bit of a stat buff, which I guess could have been more. Honestly, kind of was hoping they would just rework Zahard so he would be a little bit better, but I guess that was too much to ask for, unfortunately. But we have two new characters, so we'll be going over those in just a moment. But they broke in the cycle. We now have an attractive man in the game, shirtless man. It reminds me a lot of like OG Bond, because Bond used to run around with his shirt off all the time. And I don't know, I feel like it's like every single collab, it's all about the new hot woman, which we do have a new hot woman, but for the ladies out there, or just anyone interested, we got a shirtless dude in the game again, finally. So, there you go. Pandering, I guess. But either way, I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. The guy, I don't know. I did watch a little bit of the PvP that was in the live stream. I wasn't entirely impressed, but I think he sort of ramped up a little bit in the later end of the match that they were doing. And both of the characters seem kind of interesting. They have like the ability to at least survive a decent little bit. I don't know why it keeps telling me to sign in when I click on this link right here. I'm not gonna do that. Maybe I just oh my god, I hate their website. Their website sucks. You can't middle click with the scroll wheel to open anything in a new tab. Really annoying. Not a fan of that either way. So we have I'm assuming they go by the second name, because Viol I think is Jue Viol, and then it's Yuri Zahad, or maybe it's Zahad Yuri. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm going to call him Mazino instead of Uric. Mazino seems cool. So increases all stats of the hero by 5% for each ally participating in battle, which is kind of interesting because the other character is human allies participating in battle. So you could technically run this guy on any team. Taunts all enemies for 1 turn at the start of the battle, which that's fine. The new Melee Elizabeth also has that. I don't know, taunt units are fine. At the start of the battle, applies Power of the King on the hero, then Shinsu Barrier on allies for 2 turns. Power of the King is attack-related stats plus 30%. Damage dealt with single target attacks is plus 30%, so it's supposed to make his single target do more. They attacked turn 1 in the PvP that they did. It didn't look terribly impressive, but I think he powers up a little bit and then does more late game. Shinsu Barrier creates a barrier equal to 300% of the hero's initial attack, and then damage taken is minus 80%. So, kind of nice. You put a shield on your team. At the start of the ally's turn, decreases the hero's damage taken by 20% for each Shinsu barrier removed for 2 turns. So, stacks up to 4 times, which is good because that means you can use it in the four character game modes like Guild Boss and I don't know, like Demonic Beast or something like that if you really want to. If the hero survives with 50% or less HP, the hero removes all debuffs from self, fully recovers HP, becomes invincible for 1 turn, and gains Ruler of the Tower for 2 turns, limit of once. Invincibility is immune to all damage, of course. Ruler of the Tower is damage dealt with single target attacks is plus 100%, and then crit chance is plus 50%. This reminds me a lot of Omega Rugal from the initial KOF collab that they did. He had like a ability where if he survived with 50% or less HP, he basically just full healed. It's kind of annoying back in the day because this character has like a taunt and damage reduction and everything like that. I'm hoping that you can get this off at least decently. I can 100% see people just popping Melee Elizabeth's passive and just single targeting him and wiping him out before he can pop this or something. Not sure how that's going to go, but kind of interesting. I like it. He is a blue human. I'm going to have to... I'm out of platinum coins and I really need human shards or memory crystals for True Awakening, so I'm going to have to work on that. He has a Skybreak single target card, which is plus 50% attack when using skill, 2 times crit damage increase, which is good because he gets crit chance increases on some of his stuff. And then his debuff card is decreases defense-related stats of one enemy by 50%. This is at gold, like level 3, for 3 turns, then inflicts burst damage equal to 300% of attack, which is times 2 crit damage increase plus 50% damage dealt when attacking a debuffed enemy. So The team that they used in the PvP was Mazino, the new Yeon, Yeon. I don't know which one to call her either. They used both of them together, and then they used Lancelot to make a human team. So, what are you doing? I'm not entirely sure what the best team for both of these characters is, because you can run this guy with teammates that aren't humans. There's maybe some potential there, but I mean, he is a human, so I don't know what else you're really going to want to run him on. His ultimate is increases all stats of the hero by 30%, which is kind of surprising that it's only 30% to be fair. Because I mean, like, I've seen, what is it? I think Lost Vein is like a 50% increase in all stats or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but 30% seems low considering. But for 2 turns, applies Shinsu Barrier, which is the shield, back onto allies for 2 turns and inflicts damage equal to 525% of attack on all enemies, of course. So it's a huge AoE buster. Just like every other AoE sort of nuke skill in the game. The all-stat increase will definitely do some big damage with that, but it doesn't have like an actual like modifier on it, so it might not actually hit as hard as I think it will. For Yeon, we have increases the hero's basic stats by 5% for each human ally participating in battle, applies Burning Shield on the hero, so not the team but herself, at the start of the battle, which is HP does not fall below 1, so she's basically like immortal, I guess. Reflects 50% of damage taken, which I think is really interesting. We've not had a really interesting reflect character in a while, so I think this could be kind of cool. Effect is removed when taking damage 4 times from enemy skills during the enemy's turn. So they basically they can only get through this on their turn 2 at the best. So I think that that's kind of interesting. Sorry, the dog is going wild. Applies 1 Flame of the Family on all heroes on the start or battlefield at the end of the enemy's turn and the start of the ally's turn. Stacks up to 2 times. Flame of the Family decreases the target's remaining HP by 5% at the end of the ally's turn. So this is on all heroes, by the way, and I don't think any part of this makes her or her allies immune to it. So kind of a weird double-edged sword on this one. When the hero uses a skill, all Flame of the Family effects are removed from all heroes, and heroes' damage dealt and crit damage increased by 10% for each Flame of the Family removed. So stacks up to 240%. So you can really just like, you're kind of just biding time, letting her build up stacks, and then hitting for like a big amount of damage, I think. Inflicts Firestorm damage equal to 500% of attack on 1 enemy, so single target Firestorm, which is ×2 crit chance, ×2 pierce rate, 30% damage increase for every ignite effect on the enemy, which her Holy Relic, if I'm not mistaken, adds ignites. So we'll get to that in a minute whenever we go back to the patch notes. Inflicts Spark damage equal to 300% of attack on all enemies, which her skills actually look really cool. Go to the live stream, I guess, because I'm not going to pull those up right now, but I'm sure we'll be summoning and messing around with the characters this weekend. Anyways, Spark is damage dealt plus 1.5% and crit chance is plus 2% per 1% diminished HP when using skills. So because she can't fall below 1%, kind of the same as Zahard in a way, where you want to be really low HP whenever you use this skill. He has a skill that's just like that. And I don't think it's his skill. I think it's maybe his passive that's like that. But either way, kind of interesting. I kind of like the idea behind it. In practicality, is it going to be good? I have no idea. We will see. And then the ultimate is inflicts Firestorm damage, which is the same as the single target, and then it is 400% of attack on all enemies, applying 7 ignite effects for 4 turns. That's only at 6/6. Obviously, it's 2 ignite stacks on level 1, so you definitely want to get dupes for this character if you really want to go for it, but I think I'm only going to plan on doing 2 rotations for this one. Not entirely sure, because honestly, like, I already have these characters. They're giving a free copy of Jue Viol out, so that's kind of nice. They're giving 3 free multis out, and I think that's pretty much the extent of the free summons and everything. The banner itself, not crazy. There's only 5 collab characters for this one because they only did 3 the first time it came around. The rest of these characters are kind of okay. I mean, Sigurd is alright because he's new, but the rest of these are pretty dated, not super useful. Maybe, I don't know, maybe these 3 Ragnarok characters are alright, but yeah, I mean, you're pretty much going to be summoning for collab characters anyways, so yeah, that's pretty much it. There's also a guaranteed ticket that you can buy where you get 1 random hero out of the collab lineup. Not entirely sure that's worth it considering, but maybe if you're really looking for dupes. Other than that, there are a couple of events and stuff. The Holy Relics for the character are as follows. Increases the hero's crit chance by 50% for each hero that dies in battle. So I'm not entirely sure what to think about this one. You're either going to be doing the killing and him gaining the crit chance increase, or he's going to be a comeback character and they're killing everybody else off. Don't really see that being the case, considering he taunts turn 1, which, I mean, I guess if they don't kill him turn 1, there's potential for you to just not, like, him to not die turn 2 or turn 3 or whatever, maybe, but I can only assume with him having a taunt, he's more likely to die than anybody. I could be wrong. And then the for what was her name, Yeon or something. I'll have to get used to these new characters. Hey, she's squeaking the toy. Applies 1 ignite effect on all enemies for 4 turns at the end of the enemy's turn and at the start of the allies' turn, so it doubles up. I do like that about this character. Increases allies' damage dealt by 3% and decreases their damage taken by 3% for each ignite effect on enemies. Stacks up to 30. So I kind of like that. I think that she seems to be the better of the 2 characters. Could be wrong, but I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to test them out, actually. But a couple of new bundles and everything, of course. There is this step-up collab bundle, which I'm kind of interested in because you only have to buy every other one, and I do need some of this stuff. And there's some free summon, or not free, but there are some summon tickets in here. I want to get to at least this one for the chests, because like I said, I need human memory crystals, so I'm thinking about buying 2 of these. But obviously do what's best for you. There is a limited dungeon key bundle as well. I'm sure this one seems like it would probably be kind of cheap with what's in it, but I could be wrong. 3 free multis and some diamonds through the login event. We do get a free copy of Viol, and there are, of course, holy relic boxes and stuff like that. There's also a new Tower of Trials that they're doing with this one, but it's like split into 3 different sections, if I'm not mistaken. So there is another free multi. This makes 4 free multis from the special missions, and then, of course, like we already said, you get a free copy of Viol. Collab spin event. God, will you quit squeaking that thing? She's way back there. I don't know if you can see her like this. There she is, right there. She's really squeaking that thing. Anyway, sorry. I'm hoping that the noise suppression will cut that out. I really, really hope it does. Collab boxes are scattered out through the events and everything, of course, but then we have the Encore event Tower of Trials. So you can see this one is the Vitality one, but they have it split into Trial of Strength, Trial of Vitality, and then Trial of Speed. So there's 3 different sections to it. So I'm not entirely sure. That'll probably be all right. Hawk's Awesome Treasure Chest event is coming back. They haven't done that one in a little while, and it's normally pretty all right. We do have the costumes for the characters. I like the fact that they were just like, all right, this guy is for the abs. And every single costume that they gave him, they were like, all right, make sure you can see his abs in these. So I do actually like his costumes. They're actually kind of cool. Not a huge fan of the boxer one, but you know me, I'm just not very into the casual looks. And then for the girl, I don't know, her casual one's actually not too bad, but I definitely like these ones more. But yeah, hers are all right too. They also added these like pirate-looking outfits for the old characters. I would probably recommend not buying Zahards unless you just want it for the CC or something, because I can't see him being good. But if you just want extra outfits for the characters, they are here. I do actually like the hairstyle for Yuri on this one. But yeah, the old costumes are coming back, of course, if you need to buy those. And then we have the Diamond Payback event as well, so you can do that. Here's where to get all the boxes. Login characters, of course. They are doing the event exchange event as well, so that's good, because there's so many good rewards to get out of these like random materials that you seem to always like pile up. So make sure you take advantage of that while it's back. Boosting events like normal. We have a new Hawk Pass with a Gnossians outfit. I really don't see Gnossians at all in PvP, to be honest with you, so I don't think a lot of people are going to get like great usage out of this, but it is a free costume technically, so I mean, grab it if you want. There's regular Hawk Pass stuff, 1 battle event. There are a couple of system updates, which I didn't go over in their entirety when I was looking at it this morning, but Tavern and Camp, where you were last located, will automatically be saved as the default lobby. Okay. The help icon for setting changes will be added. Okay. Visal Fight Festival event UI improved. So I was also wondering about this. I think you can now click on this. So clicking the event icon in PvP menu will automatically direct you to the selected content. So whenever they're running Chaos PvP, or I can't even remember what the other one's name is at the moment, you can basically just click the little icon on the bottom right of the PvP button, and it'll just take you to the event PvP, which is good, because I've always thought that needed to be in. Chaos of Constellations stat changing improvement. So When changing the Mana Stone stats in Chaos of Constellation, that seems weirdly worded. The selection pop-up will be removed, and the changes will be applied automatically based on the updated stats. Wait. The updated stats will be applied automatically if the change stat is higher than the original stat. If it's lower, the change will not be applied. Okay, I was about to say, you are not going to add more RNG to this. That's good, because honestly, it is kind of annoying. You have to literally click it, and then if it's lower, which it is 99% of the time for me, you have to be like, no, I don't want those stats. Let me go again, and it's really annoying. Improvement of team change icon recognition. So in team formation screen for Contents Battle, Demon King Battle, Croc Shell Boss, that uses 2 teams, the team icon will be removed. Instead, left and right arrows will be added to the top. So that's fine, I guess. Nothing really big there. Just some small changes to that. New feature added to the Balor's Evil Eye. During the battle, the pop-up displayed when touching an ally or enemy's buff/debuff will include the associated hero's information. So in this pop-up, the ally or enemy's basic stats, attack, HP, and defense information will be added to the top of the buff/debuff detail information, so you can see it here. And you do get to see their associated units in it. So I mean, more information is never a bad thing. Convenience feature added for the set team screen. In team formation screen for content using teams saved under the adventure tab and the load team pop-up. The team selection slot will be removed and a team list button will be added. Sure. Okay. I see what this is now. This will probably take a little bit of getting used to for me, honestly, but that actually might be a kind of a nice change. It might be quicker than just like having to really scroll through those. I mean, I guess you still can because they have the... Nay, she's biting my socks. Stop! Yeah, I don't know. This will probably be convenient if you actually use it, but either way, they also added the Discord button because they have a new Discord, and then there's some bug fixes, and then they did stat change the original characters. You can see some small increases, nothing fancy, of course, and then some other like small stuff. They get added to Heroes Arena, of course, and blah blah blah. So that's pretty much the extent of it. The dog is barking. Will you stop? Will you quit it? But yeah, I don't know. Interesting collab update. I know a lot of people were probably not interested in the Tower or the Tower of God collab, but I really couldn't care less. As far as like what other people think about it, I still enjoy the game, still like the game, and the 2 new characters look interesting. Whether or not they're actually good or not depends on how much content we get out of it, of course, and how fun and interesting the collab actually is. But I'm definitely down to try them out either way. It doesn't matter to me what they collab with. Most of the time, I don't even know what the collab is, and it doesn't bother me if it's something that I don't know or just am not as interested in, because honestly, the source material doesn't matter to me. As long as the characters are fun to play with, that's really all that matters. But either way, I'm interested to test these characters out, of course. I will be looking forward to doing summons and stuff like that tomorrow, I assume, because I think this update's technically a day later than it's supposed to be. But either way, thanks for watching. See you guys later.